Good evening. Welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. This video is not for children, so if you're under 13, get your parents' permission to watch this. We're going to talk about, okay, there's been a couple people that were executives at Disney Plus that jumped ship. And my opinion of this is, besides, they got a bad financial future, I think the main problem is there's not enough programming for Disney Plus, and I think they know it. And there's going to be a delay in all the shows that they were supposed to have on there. And what can they do to remedy this? Well, number one, my opinion, Disney Plus is going to have to go to these independent film markets and buy all the B kids movies they could find, and buy worldwide rights to them, and put them on that Disney Plus as a quick stopgap until they could get Mandalorian season 2, Obi-Wan season 1, all of the Marvel shows on there, and whatever else they have. There's not enough stuff. And they think that they spent $75 million buying the rights to that Hamilton play and putting it on there. I have no desire to see that. And the other thing is they were doing is they were rotating in all of their library titles. I don't like that either. I think the stuff should be on there all the time. I don't know if they do that. So they know that these people do the binge watching. So if somebody only gets Disney Plus for 1 month, then they watch everything they want and then they cancel it. And then, like, say they won't go back and renew the monthly deal until they get like Mandalorian season 2. Well, put everything on there. That's why they do that, is they put all those shows, they interspine them in there, they mix them in. And if Disney owns the movie, it should be on there all the time. Like Star Wars, I'm always going to want to watch Star Wars movies. I know where to find it. I don't have to worry about, oh, it's going to expire at the end of the month. I don't want to hear that. When you're paying this kind of money now, forget it. But I think that the quick stopgap to this, and this has been going on for a long time with other distributors, where like it happened a lot with MGM when they were for sale. What they would do is say they had talks to sell it, and so they stop making movies for a bit, and then the talks fall through. So they're like, man, we got to keep the pipeline going. So the quick thing to do is buy movies. Okay, well, here's the problem with Disney Plus. It has to meet a certain criteria. It's got to be kid friendly. And then you also have the quality issue. So it can't be some garbage. So that limits them. And what I think they did, I think they screwed up royally when they absorbed Hulu. They should have did that all together as a tier system. But I understand why they won't do that, because like I said, they don't want to have R-rated movies associated with the Disney name. That's why Deadpool is going to be over on Hulu. It's not going to be on Disney Plus. And that's why they're talking about, if and when they ever make Deadpool 3, it's going to be PG-13. Then they can put it on Disney Plus. It's going to be kid friendly, you know. But the major problem, I think, is lack of programming. And with all the gaps where they can't film nothing and everything's been pushed back, this really screwed everything up. But I think that in order to solve it, they got to go to all those different. And the bad thing too is, if they go to these independent film sales agents and they say, "Hey, what do you got in kids movies?" If Disney does this, they know they're desperate. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to jack up the price. So if a movie costs $5 million worldwide for the whole rights, it's going to cost $10 million, because they know they need it. So it's the cost of doing business. But if they want to keep that app going, they got to continuously have movies on there. And that's why Netflix is in trouble right now, because there's too many shows. They keep all the money they bring in goes out for new shows, and then they keep constantly borrowing money. And it's never going to change. Netflix is either, at some point, it's either going to go bankrupt, or they're going to have somebody buy them and absorb their debt. It's going to get to the point where they can't pay for these bonds they keep taking out and these loans to do these short programming spurts where they keep the TV shows and they keep the movies flowing. because if they cut the production, they know people will drop the app. So that's what Disney's got to look forward to, is if there's nothing on there, people are going to drop the app. Not enough programs in their library. That's the major problem. Everybody have a good night.